I'm trying to think of the appropriate time for the Jays to have their year-end presser, which would have been up front and like out in front of it, and here we are. Come at us. Was it today at 11 or was it yet? Like,
I think it's today. I think it's
today. Saturday at 11 o'clock. That's when it on Thanksgiving weekend. That's really that's probably the most. Like I was having some technical issues, and I wanted to chime in on this. It's the most ridiculous thing. Like that is, you want to talk about news dumps? It should have been today. It should have been today, or it should have been yesterday when they were like, it was fresh and going, hey, you know what? We lost. We're upset because the players, they leave almost the same day. I've been around teams where it's like last day, 162 games of the playoffs. Those guys are on private jets that night or the next morning.
Yeah, they're gone. They didn't even come home. If they did, they picked up their stuff. They're gone. And the players spoke. They did their thing, whatever. It's fine. But in John Schneider, I guess he spoke after the game. That's fine. But, yes, tomorrow morning, 11 a.m., on a long weekend, Thanksgiving is crazy.
And it's almost like they did an analytical deep dive into when people get in their cars on Thanksgiving.
A group decision. It was a group decision for us to have it at 11 a.m. tomorrow.
Can you imagine if some guy came into the room with a sheet saying the majority of families get in their car at 11 and no one will care at the
Yeah. No,
that is crazy to break that down to say this might be the time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. But I know it's coming, and I hope it doesn't come, and I hope the questions are like right in their face saying, like, who pulled the trigger on that? That's all I want to know. And you can't say group decision. Who is the one that pulled the trigger on it?
Right. And I would love to get an answer on that. I'm not bracing for it, but I'd love to. I'd love to get a true, honest assessment of what their internal expectations were and how close they came to actually meeting them.
Would it be fair to say, without the answer of it was a group call, like was there somebody that made that call, like without saying everyone did?
If they had to be 100% honest with one question, only one, you could ask them anything, and they had to give you 100% honesty, the Blue Jays, which question would you ask? Thinking of the whole season, which one would you go with?
The whole season, and you get 100% truth. 100%
honesty, full detail, full breakdown, the ability to follow up on that question.
My first one would be, what the hell happened with Alek Manoah?
That's mine. That's mine.
That seems to be the one.
Yeah, transparency, Alek Manoah, day one. And then tell me where it's at right now. I need to see behind the curtain how it unfolded, where he's at, where you're at, the things that were said with his agents, you name it. Why he didn't show up to the minors, why he was pitching in, what was it?
The Florida complex league.
Yeah, some complex in Florida with the crocodiles.
You talk to anybody that's around the team. You talk to anybody that's around the team, they're like, there was no honest answers about that situation. They were just like, well, it was nonsense and lies and this and that. And the second one I would have would be, who pulled the trigger on that decision to get him out of the game? Who forced Schneider's hand to say he's done no matter what? That would be my second one.
Yeah, it would definitely be Manoah. The story of Manoah, that's one that will not be forgotten anytime soon. And that story is still being written because we'll see where he goes next. Like, when is the next time there are microphones in front of Alek Manoah? When they do their winter tours, is he a part of that? Like, there was a point where he may not be a part of it because he was almost too big for it. Now, it might be the opposite. Like, is he calling them up and saying, I'm willing to go to Saskatoon and represent the team in January? Trying to, where is that at? Where is his relationship at with the team? And, beyond that, I'd probably like to get, like, a true answer on what they think Vladdy Guerrero Jr. is.
Yeah.
That's like, what are you really projecting? Because these guys are constantly projecting, constantly looking at numbers. What do you see? And let me clarify. I'm not running Vladdy out of town. I don't want Vladdy to go anywhere. I don't want him traded. I wouldn't trade him. I wouldn't trade Bichette. I'd bring them back, give them another crack at it, allow him to mature. He's still a very good player, tons of talent. But there were a lot of flaws in his game this year. A lot. And he made a lot of mistakes that simply should not happen. So a true, honest assessment of Vladdy and what's happening in the future, the Manoah situation, and then Barrios and Kikuchi. There's my 3-pack. We went from asking 1 to 3. That's all we're asking for.
Well, we each
That's all
got
we
one,
want.
so we can divvy it up. That's what
all
it
we
is.
By the
need.
way,
Exactly,
good
one
job
each.
on the blame pie. Everyone had a
Oh,
slice.
yes.
The blame pie. Everyone got a little piece of pie there.
That
You're right.
was great.
The little blame pie.
The
that
blame
was good.
pie.
That was really good.
I think you had 7 pies actually to hand out to
I
different
could have
people.
added a little
Yeah,
bit
you had
more.
a lot more pie cooking.
I had some whipped cream. I had the whole.
All of it.